Welcome back to AI Verdict. Today, we're diving into a huge shift in AI development, coming straight from the engineers at Anthropic. And their verdict is in. Stop building custom agents for everything. The future is all about building skills. So here's the game plan. We're going to look at the core problem, why these brilliant AIs can be so clueless. Then we'll get into the simple fix they've come up with, the new architecture it creates, who's actually using this stuff, and finally, the big vision, an AI that actually learns. All right, first step, let's tackle the central paradox that's been holding AI agents back. We have these AI models that are just insanely powerful. They're brilliant. But the second you try to make them do a real-world job as an agent, they often just stumble. They can be shockingly inconsistent. So what gives? What's going on here? And here's the twist. It's not that they aren't smart enough. This has nothing to do with raw intelligence. The real bottleneck, the missing piece of the puzzle, is expertise. Specific, real-world, in-the-trenches know-how. The team at Anthropic came up with this perfect analogy. Think about it. Who would you rather have do your taxes? A math genius who can derive tax law from scratch but has never seen a 1040 form? Or a seasoned tax pro who knows all the rules, the procedures, the boring stuff? Yeah, you're picking the pro every time. And right now, most AI agents are that math genius, super brilliant but kind of unreliable in the real world. So this is the core dilemma, right? These agents are missing critical context from the get-go. You can't really teach them your expertise in a way that sticks. And maybe the biggest problem of all, they don't get better. They just don't learn from experience. Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the fix? Well, Anthropic's solution is one of those ideas that is so simple, it's absolutely brilliant. They call them agent skills. And get this, at its heart, a skill is just a folder. Seriously, it's a folder with a bunch of files in it that packages up some specific, procedural, how-to knowledge for the AI. That's it. And that simplicity, that's its superpower. Because they're just files, you already know how to work with them. You can put them in Git, share them on Google Drive, zip them up and email them. Suddenly, this isn't just a tool for AI engineers. Anyone with a computer can create and share AI expertise. This is a massive leap forward from the old way we tried to give AIs tools. Before, you had these vague instructions that just clogged up the AI's limited attention span, its context window. But skills are different. They're actual code scripts. They're crystal clear. The AI can even modify them itself. And they just sit on the file system until the exact moment they're needed. And this design is super clever about solving that context window problem. It uses a technique called progressive disclosure. The AI only sees a little bit of info about the skill at first, and only when it decides, yep, I need that one, does it load the full instructions. This is so efficient, it means a single agent can be equipped with hundreds of specialized skills without getting overwhelmed. Now, this idea of skills isn't just a neat trick. It actually unlocks a whole new way of thinking about AI architecture. We're talking about a standardized platform, basically an operating system for AI. And the fundamental insight driving this from Anthropic is huge. They realize that code isn't just something an AI does. Code is the universal interface to the entire digital world. You want to interact with a file, an API, a website? You need code. It's the one language that connects the AI to, well, everything. So this new way of thinking gives us a brand new AI stack, and it's probably going to look pretty familiar. At the bottom, you've got the model. Think of that as the processor. Then you have the runtime, which is like the operating system. Then the layer that connects to data and APIs. And finally, right on top, you have the skills. Those are your apps. And the payoff for all this is a total game changer. Forget building a brand new, custom agent for every little task. Now you have one, single, general-purpose agent, and you just equip it with the right skills for the job. It's like installing apps on your phone. All right, this is where things get really, really interesting. Because if skills are so easy to make, who is actually building them? The answer might surprise you. So yeah, developers are in there, of course. But look at this. We've got finance teams, legal departments, recruiters, accountants. It's the domain experts, the non-technical people who are actively packaging their knowledge into these skills. This is huge. It proves the whole concept works. And this isn't just a theory. Big companies are all over this. We're seeing Fortune 100s using skills to teach an AI their unique internal processes, like how to use their custom software or how to enforce a specific coding style across thousands of developers. It's happening right now.
But look, this whole skills framework is about more than just getting tasks done more efficiently. The real vision here, the end game, is to create a form of transferable memory. It's about building an AI that can genuinely learn.
So the ultimate test for this is simple. Is the agent on day 30 way better than it was on day 1? Thanks to skills, the answer is a resounding yes. It starts as a generalist, but over a month as it accumulates skills, it learns your team's document style, masters your internal tools, and becomes a true expert assistant tailored just for you. And here's where it starts to feel a little bit like the future. The AI itself, Claude in this case, can actually write its own skills. It can notice when it's doing a repetitive task and just save that process as a new skill for its future self. That's a real powerful feedback loop for continuous improvement. What this creates is compounding value. The knowledge builds on itself, creating this evolving knowledge base for the whole team. A new hire can join, and on day 1, they get an expert AI that already knows how the team operates. And as more people create and share skills, everyone's agent gets smarter. So to bring this all home, let's go back to that killer analogy one last time, because it just nails it. The big AI model, that's your CPU. Tons of power, but it needs direction. The agent runtime, that's the operating system, managing everything. And the skills, they're the applications. That's where the magic happens. That's where real expertise solves real problems. The big takeaway here is that the era of building bespoke AI agents from the ground up, well, it's ending. The AI operating system is here. And that leaves us with one incredibly exciting question. What app, what skill are you going to build?